how would you play this hole? This is the 14th hole at Atlanta National Golf Club here in North Atlanta, and it is from the tips a 485-yard par 4 dog leg right classic die design, designed by Pete Dye's son, but it's got the Pete Dye railroad ties, waist bunker, all down the right-hand side. This hole has claimed many, many victims. But what would you do? How would you play it? I've listened to your comments and your advice, I'd say, in terms of how you want me to approach these hole-out videos. So I'm gonna take you through how to play it, well, the great way, but also all the other ways that you probably face when you're playing golf. Let's hit the tee box. So the ideal scenario for me would be go all the way back, play it from the tips, bomb a drive right down the center of the fairway, have a mid to mid longer iron into the green, and leave myself about a 20-footer or so for birdie. And from there, make a par at worst. Easy par, but there are other ways to play this hole, so let's rewind and do it kind of the way most of us would do it. This time through, what we're gonna do is play it how most of us play this, and that's gonna be the next tee box forward. It's still a long par 4 at 440 yards, and here's how we would typically approach this. We would pull out our driver, of course, right? And we're worried about that waist bunker. We don't want to be in that thing, so we err on the side of left. We end up in the left-hand rough, and we have 200 or so yards. So of course we think we can go for it, and we take the long iron and we skank it across the fairway into the waist bunker that we so desperately try to avoid. And since we practice this shot all the time, we skull this sucker all the way over the green. Then we're back here and we're furious because we're hitting 4 over the green. So what do? Yes, we chunk it. And so we're furious again when we quickly hit our next chip shot, and we just barely get it on the green. And we have 50 feet left for a 6. Fantastic. And of course you 3-putt it for the happy snowman. Fantastic. Well, how about we rewind and we try it a different way? So, we don't want to go left, obviously. That's just not a good thing. And let's think about this. Going right is not that big a deal because in that waist area, we actually have a really good lie, and it shortens up the hole quite a bit. So this time, I'm gonna try to hit it in the middle of the fairway, but I'm gonna make my error with a little fade or slice because that's typically what most of us do anyways. So I'm not gonna worry about that so much this time. We are in the waist bunker, perfect lie, no big deal. But again, we don't practice this shot very much. We're gonna take a 7-iron out of here, and if we thin it a little bit, guess what? It will reach the green. If we don't, we'll be a little bit short. And we know we don't wanna chunk this, so what we're gonna do is putt it. Most of the time, you're not gonna chunk a putt. So we get it up there, we have about a 15-footer left for par. That's better than getting a snowman, and we tap in for 5 at the worst. There's a lot of other ways that we typically would play a hole like this. So what do you say we rewind and do it again? One more way how to play this hole, and it could really be the safest and best way for a lot of players, especially if you're still nervous about being in a waist bunker, because let's face it, most of us don't ever practice there. And I get it. So just because it's a long hole doesn't mean you have to hit driver. What I'm gonna do is take the club that I can hit the fairway with 100% of the time. Okay, that's a no club, but whatever, get the second best option in terms of your longest club. What club goes the farthest? and gets in the fairway most often, for me, guarantee most of the time, it's gonna be my 4-iron. And that's what I want. I wanna play out of the fairway here. So 4-iron finds the fairway. And if you're the person who does hit 4-iron or fairway finder off the fairway, then I would go with this strategy. I have 250 left. They say second golfer is always better than the first, so I want to implement that mindset and have the exact same shot 2 times in a row so that the second time I do it, I'll be even more better. So 250, I'm going to break it in half, 125, 125. I'm going to hit a 125, and based on how I hit the first one, I'll know exactly how to hit the second one. Let's see how much we got left. So 123 left, so I hit that 127, the first one. And so now I know I'm just gonna choke down a little bit and take a smooth swing, and it should get me pretty close. 1, 2, 3, all right, 9 feet. 9 feet after a 4-iron and 2 wedges. Not bad, not a bad way to play this hole. How would you play this hole? Comment down below, let me know which strategy you would use when tackling a tough, challenging hole such as this. Love you guys, thanks for watching. See you soon. I know, you wanna know if I'm gonna make par. Well, let's find out. Come on, never a doubt.